what's going on, gentlemen? So I wanted to do something a little bit different today and show you how I cook a butter-based pan-seared steak in cast iron on the stovetop. So say you're in an apartment or a condo or the weather's really bad and you can't go outside. This is a really great way to do this indoors. Great for date night, or if you've got some people over or whatever it is, or maybe it's just you by yourself. So let me run through. This is gonna go pretty quickly because I've gotta move fairly quick. The steak is only going to take a few minutes actually in the pan, but we've got a bunch of ingredients all laid out right now, so let's get started. Okay, so let's talk ingredients because there really isn't that much to deal with. And I like to have everything out in front of me so I don't need to run back to the fridge if I forgot anything while my steak is going. So first of all, we've got our gorgeous, beautiful steak here. I'm going to season that in just a minute with some Himalayan sea salt and some fresh cracked pepper. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil in my hot pan. We'll get to that in just a minute. Once we get going, I'm going to melt some butter and add some garlic and some rosemary and thyme for this really fragrant and delicious seasoning. You're going to love this. Okay, so I'm going to start with a hot pan. I'm going to go ahead and get this fired up right now. I'm going to go to about medium high heat. And I'm going to come back over here and we're going to season our steak. First thing we're going to do is we're going to dry off our steak. So what I do recommend is taking the steak out of your refrigerator about 15 to 20 minutes, longer if possible, to let the center of the steak sort of warm up a little bit, because if the center of the steak is still really cold, you essentially have to overcook the outsides in order to get the center kind of how you want it. Then we want to get all the moisture off of the steak as much as we can. Just use a paper towel like I'm using. All right, now going with a little pink Himalayan sea salt. Oh, this looks beautiful already. Fantastic. Then I'm going to go with a little pepper. I like a lot of pepper. And we're going to go ahead and do both sides. I'm going to push this into the steak a little bit, flip it. I'm going to do the other side. Just like fresh fallen snow, everybody. All right. Here we go, a little more pepper on this side. And just a little bit more. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Push that back in and we'll get this pan nice and heated and we'll go from there. All right, we've got a hot pan with some olive oil in it. And when you lay a steak down in the pan, lay it down away from you. Ooh, and that sound, that's exactly what you want to hear. So I'm going to sear this. I'm going to go about a minute to a minute and a half each side. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my butter. And what we're going for, at least what I'm going for, is kind of a medium rare steak. And I've got a meat thermometer that we're going to use in a little bit. We're looking for about 120 to 125 degrees. It's been about a minute or so. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to give this about another minute. Flip it back over, and I'm also going to sort of sear in the fat edge, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sear the fat edge here. Basically, you're just taking it and spinning it up on its end. If you've got a couple steaks going, you can lean them up against each other. We're going to just use the side of the pan like I'm doing. It really only needs to be there for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds or so, just to sear that fat edge. Okay, so now I'm going to put some butter in here. I've already kind of pre-cut them into little pads. One on that side. One on that side. So I'm going to go ahead and add my rosemary and my thyme right in there. Oh, baby, now we're talking. All right, now we're going to go ahead and throw some garlic in there. I like a little bit of garlic. All right. This is going to come to a nice little base. I'm going to sort of spin this up and agitate this a little bit. And basically, we're just going to sprinkle this all over the place. I'm going to take my steak. I'm going to kind of rub it around. Get this flavor everywhere. And as you can see how soupy this is getting, it is looking absolutely amazing. Look at this. Beautiful sauce. Not really a sauce, more like a base. I'm going to add a little more butter here. This is going to be absolutely melted goodness, as you can see. All right, we're getting ready to flip this guy back over. Oh, that sear, that caramelization is absolutely spectacular. You guys, if you could, I wish there was like smell-o-vision, because this is absolutely amazing. The garlic is caramelizing really, really well. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Okay, so we're going for about a medium to a medium rare. That's about 120 to 125. We're absolutely perfect. We're about 130, so we're going to go ahead and take this off right now. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this off. And the critical thing here, gentlemen, is to let the steak rest. We need about 7 or 8 minutes. Just let it chill out. I know we all want to cut into it right now, but we do need to let it rest. Okay, so as the steak is resting, I thought this would be a pretty good time to talk about ButcherBox, today's video sponsor, and where all of I got this incredible beef and chicken from. ButcherBox delivers high quality meat right to your doorstep. So I've been getting more and more interested in eating higher quality food, right? And so I want the food that I eat to meet certain standards. Now, of course, I'm not perfect, but I do like that all of their meats are humanely raised and contain no antibiotics and no added hormones ever, as in never ever. That's because they source from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards for quality. Their beef is 100% grass-fed and grass-finished and pasture-raised. And that's what really stands out for me, right, is the grass-fed and pasture-raised, because that's a really important thing to note. The chicken is free-range, USDA certified organic, the pork is raised crate-free, and the seafood is wild-caught Alaskan sockeye salmon, Alaskan cod, sea scallops, halibut, and cold-cracked Maine lobster. You can choose the type of box you'd like, or you can do a custom box, because it's all up to you. Sign up today, because new members that are part of this program through my channel will get free burgers, hot dogs, and chicken breasts in your very first order, which is essentially 6 burgers, 8 hot dogs, and 3 pounds of chicken breast, all for free with your very first order. So if you want to go see all the boxes they offer, you just got to click that first link right down below in the description. Okay, the moment of truth, you guys. Let's go ahead and cut into this thing. Well, that looks pretty good. I think it may have been on for about a minute or so longer, but not too shabby. But the true test is going to come with the taste. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Oh my God. That is moist, juicy, delicious. It's got that buttery flavor. Oh, and that pepper. I love the pepper flavor. Oh my God.
Perfect.
Oh my God. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, it was probably, oh, hold on a second. Okay, so this is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, delicious steak. I know you guys are gonna love it. It's a little more on the medium side, but that's okay. So listen, if you wanna follow this recipe, feel free. And also leave me some comments down below as to how you like to cook your steak indoors on a pan. I know some of you guys might like to do a broil and then a sear afterwards. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.